Round 15, and COVID reared its ugly head again as fans were turned away from Optus Stadium just hours before a big top 8 matchup against the Bulldogs. It was a disappointing performance as the Dogs ran away with a comfortable win. Natanui did his best, 20 disposals and 8 clearances, while veteran Brad Shepherd had 12 marks, as did Josh Rotham, who also had 23 possessions in the 55-point loss. The squad was forced onto the road quickly to depart the Perth COVID outbreak and a date with Sydney at Geelong's GMHBA Stadium. The Cattery again not a friendly hunting ground, Sydney winning easily by a margin of 92 points. Jack Darling had 8 marks, 4 contested and a goal. Back to Optus Stadium and round 17, an improving North Melbourne squad brought a determined and contested game which challenged the Eagles. Oscar Allen's goal on half-time got the crowd up and about.
Siren sounds, it's a great kick, and he tries to red up the home crowd.
But North booted 3 unanswered in the third term to take an 11-point lead at the final change. The Eagles suddenly found a gear and goals to Kennedy, Allen, Ryan and then Tim Kelly. With a slice of luck, it seemed the home side would steal it.
He fell, he kicked it straight and it didn't stop.
But North responded, and after Cunnington put the Roos in front, Stevenson sealed it. A 10-point upset in front of a stunned home crowd. Natanui was one of the best, 17 contested disposals in a gallant effort. Looking to halt a 3-match losing streak, the Eagles headed to Adelaide to take on the Crows. It was a tight opening. A bit of Darling brilliance kick-started the charge.
He eyes the big sticks. Can he curl it around perfectly? He can.
And then it turned into the Jamie Cripps show.
He eyes the goals. It swung back.
A day to remember for the gifted forward. He found the goals from every angle.
What about that from Cripps?
Saving his 5th and best for last.
Oh, Cripps has got 5. He's the most exciting player on the park.
Shannon Hurn back in his home state and brilliant in defence. Andrew Gaff's 34 disposals was at 90% efficiency, and Elliot Yeo was rediscovering his best form following a long layoff through injury, 22 touches and a goal. Youngster Bailey Williams capping a solid victory in the closing seconds.
It goes close to goal and it's going to bounce through. And Bailey Williams is the happiest man in the stadium at the moment.
Nick Nat's 200th, a success to be celebrated. A crunch game at Optus Stadium for round 19 as St Kilda and the Eagles locked horns in a fierce contest in front of a big crowd. Just a point in it in the second term before a 4-goal burst. Natanui and Tim Kelly brilliant, Josh Kennedy clever.
Sending it along towards Kennedy, who's got the third bite.
Kelly caught fire with 19 first-half touches and a snap which was special.
He was the one that won the clearance, and now he's got the finish.
The Saints kept coming and made it just a 7-point game in the fourth term, but Sheed iced it with a couple of minutes on the clock.
He can be the finisher. He can punish the opposition, Don Sheed.
The Eagles in 7th place with 4 games to go. Round 20, and an historic moment for the club. Shannon Hurn, the first Eagle to reach 300 games. But it was a disappointing day for the Eagles, a 45-point defeat against the Magpies in front of an empty MCG. Nick Nat stood up with 17 disposals, 10 of those contested and 10 clearances. It wasn't the way West Coast had hoped to celebrate the former Premiership captain and dual All-Australian, but both clubs honoured Hurn as he left the field. The Eagles returned to take on the ladder-leading Demons on Monday night at Optus Stadium. It was one of the most bizarre games in West Coast history. A lightning storm stopping play in the final term.
There's going to be some lightning, so we're going to stop.
With the Eagles trailing, the nearly 30-minute stoppage provided an opportunity for a comeback. 4 unanswered goals, including mid-year draftee Connor West's first in the AFL.
Run down, holding the ball. Advantage taken, goal. West.
In the end, Melbourne held on for a 9-point victory. Onto a cutthroat RAC derby as the Dockers look to break their 11-game losing streak. Josh Kennedy booted 2 early goals, but an onslaught late in the first term gave Freo a 30-point lead at quarter time. The Eagles fought back, winning the clearance count and closing to within a kick late in the game.
Well spotted, Kennedy will do the roving and off the left, snap it for another goal. There's just a kick in Derby 53.
But the Dockers were determined to end their 6-year derby futility.
He got up again. Oh, you've got every right to be amazed.
Redden was very good, as was Natanui, but the result left finals hopes hanging by a thread. The final round, and the Eagles needed to win to have any chance at playing in September, and the team played with a spirit and determination to keep the longest AFL final streak alive. Early goals to Oscar Allen and Jake Waterman kick-started the mission.
Can he steer this one through and keep the crowd very quiet?
But Brisbane responded, taking a 23-point lead at quarter time. Liam Ryan booted 3 goals in the second term to keep the Eagles in the contest.
Great tackle from Cripps, and Liam Ryan runs in for the slam dunk, his third.
Trailing by 17 points at the final change, the Eagles kept the dream alive, with Jamie Cripps bobbing up for 2 early fourth quarter goals. But with their own fate driving them, the Lions pushed hard to earn the right for a top 4 finish. They got to the line, while for West Coast, it was the finish line in 2021. The Eagles out of the finals for the first time since 2014. No other club in the AFL had made as many consecutive appearances in September during that period. The club and its record membership looking forward to 2022 with hope and aspiration.